On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Monday evening to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side. So we have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, so I can give you a few updates before we get into some of the other stories. Now, this man presently on your screen has since been identified as Linvan Morris, said to be the man that was found beheaded in the No Man's Land section of the Kingston Western Police Division, and his head found along No Man's Land in Rosetown, still in the Kingston Western Police Division, on a street known as Barnes Avenue. Yeah, man. He's said to be from the Benbow Street area of the Kingston Western Police Division and also a close family member of Candy Wow, a social media influencer. Now, it is said that this man went to visit a female companion and that resulted in his loss of life. Now, the family members and friends of this man is wanting to seek to understand what took place and why his life was actually taken in such a brutal manner that is. So the family members and friends are seeking the assistance of the general public who knows anything surrounding this man's loss of life to reach out to the Denham Town Police and furnish them with the necessary information. And as always, if you not trust the police, link On The Spot News Media or any like-minded vlogger and give the information so that we can pass it on to the relevant authorities who can make effective change. Now, the next update that we are going to talk about is the really sad story that took place over the weekend on Saturday in Discovery Bay, Senton, where this 8-year-old princess, Talia Thompson's life was taken in a very brutal and horrific manner by someone said to be her neighbor and a family friend. Now, Tahila's life was taken on Saturday in Discovery Bay by the means of her perpetrator deal with the hold on and take type of thing, the grape business. And he was not satisfied by him committing such an horrific act upon a little child. But he also used a knife to repeatedly knife her up in the chest area until she passed. She's laying lifeless on a block of ice in a morgue right now. And in a cowardly attempt to take his own life, he tried to con himself. But the police came on the scene and he's presently behind bars for same. Now the mother of the 8-year-old child, Talia Thompson, identified as Jessica Taylor, stated that she is in shock as to whom is being accused of that gruesome and brutal attack. Now we are going to hear from the mother of the child. Her name, as I stated earlier, is Jessica Thompson. So please listen carefully to what this grieving mother has to say. Listen.
When I just heard, I didn't know how to accept it. But coming to the school this morning and seeing all the other kids out, she's not here, like it just gave me back that feeling to say, all right, then this is true. But it really hurts to know that it comes from somebody that I trust that much, a caregiver for her as well, someone that I was least expecting this from. he was a brother to me, a brother that I didn't have. And to know that he's the one that take Talia's life, it's really, honestly, it just set me back. I don't know the way forward from this, but I'm just trying to put out my best, honestly. But it just hurt to know that she's gone in that way. But then I'm glad for the life that she lived, the impact that she left on others and the community at large. I'm just grateful for that.
The adults in Jamaica, the agencies that are there to protect children, will just have to do something to ensure that the children are safe. It can't be that children who would normally walk home or they're at home playing with adults, we now have to start thinking that, well, we should just lock them away. That is impossible. You know, it is highly possible we'll have to include some of these things in our curriculum to make adults more caring, because I don't know, we're having a serious situation here in Jamaica.
Now, the male voice in that voice clip is said to be that of the York Castle High School principal, said to be known as Raymond Treasure, who participated in a grief counseling session at the Discovery Bay Primary School. Now, as it relates to the old dirty, nasty, grey tone man, the 27-year-old man that committed that atrocious and brutal act against one of our nation's most vulnerable 8-year-old female child, is said to be in critical condition in the hospital after he tried to take his own life. And he is presently being guarded by the police. Now, this picture presently on your screen is a picture of the old dirty Gregatone man, the 27-year-old neighbor, the family friend that committed that wretched and atrocious act against Talia Thompson. Boy, I tell you, my peeps, the thing rough, the thing really, really rough. And I just want to take time out also to offer my most sincere condolences to the mother and to the bereaved family members of Talia Thompson, who is, I know, presently grief-stricken by the loss of their child and their family member. So please keep the family in your immediate prayers. Yeah, man. Now, also in this morning's vlog that I made reports about the double knockings and clappings over there in Grandspen. Yeah, man. Well, On The Spot News Media has also learned that it is now a triple knockings and clappings and not necessarily a double, as the third man will get caught up and seriously injured. Whilst running from his attackers, he ran and ended up collided into a piece of steel that went straight through his eye. It is said that he was, however, rushed to the hospital and he later succumbed to injuries received. We are not for sure if he succumbed to the injuries from the eye running into that piece of steel, or he succumbed because of the can that he got all over his body from his attackers. Now the thing get really sad because it's no longer a double, but now a triple. So 3 different family members are presently in mourning. I also made mention in this morning's vlog that 4 men were arrested following the triple knockings and clappings in the Grandspen community on Sunday, and also an illegal firearm was recovered. Now we're going to hear from the head of the Corporate Communications Unit, that's Senior Superintendent of Police, Stephanie Lindsay, as she weighs in on this latest spate of violence in the Grandspen community. Listen.
We understand that police were in the area, so they intercepted the getaway vehicle, and there was an exchange of gunfire between the police and the gunmen. They gave chase, and the gunmen vehicle crashed, and they abandoned the vehicle and ended up in another car that was also intercepted. So currently they have 3 men in custody that they suspect are the ones that are linked to the shooting. There's a 4th person that was held in the vicinity and they need a firearm. There are some police officers from the St. Angelo Central as well as St. Angelo North area that are conducting some searches in the area. So the police now are maintaining a strong presence in the Grand Spain area to prevent any further incidents in that space as they try to get more information as it relates to the shooting and the motive behind it. The person that was killed yesterday is the brother of the entertainer that goes by the name Josh. The person who called said that the brother that was killed yesterday and one of the young men that died today were friends. They're looking at the victim, checking a lot of things, but the investigators also looking at a particular theory that they may not have been the target, they just happen to be at a space.
On the Spot News Media also understands that a well-known top man in the area was also at the site, said to be controlled by him. As I stated, he's a well-known top man in a Grand Spain. It is said that he was also fired on, but he escaped injuries. Now, residents are stating that the fact that them fire on that unnamed person, all hell I got broke loose in a Grand Spain because that man no play around. And the fact that them fire upon him, it nah go so. The residents also stated that Christmas done for we and Christmas never come yet. The residents stated that over 100 rounds were fired by the attackers in yesterday's knockings and clappings. So you know, say, the war in a Grand Spain is most definitely far from over. Now, make a move on over there to the parish of St. Elizabeth, where some goat thief was caught, 4 men arrested, and 8 goats recovered. Now on your screen is 2 of the men that were said to be involved in that goat stealing ring. The one in the back is said to be the father. The one in the front is said to be the son. So it's a father and son type of thing. Really sad. Yeah, man, me I tell you, the thing rough. But I guess, so the father, so the son, Papa was a goat thief and I saw the son come. Yeah, man. Now, 4 men are present in the custody of the St. Elizabeth police following the recovery of 8 goats that were stolen on the Cameron Hill main road in St. Elizabeth on Sunday. So reports from the police is that sometime about 6:30 in the morning, a team of police officers acting on intelligence intercepted a Toyota Corolla motorcar in the area. The vehicle and its occupants were searched and 8 goats were found in the trunk. The men were unable to account for the animals and were arrested and charged for same. The 4th man was subsequently arrested following further investigations. The owner has since identified his goats. Now we're going to hear from head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto, as he weighs in on predial larceny affecting his police division. Listen.
I want to again use this opportunity to remind persons in this parish who wish to reap what they do not sow, to desist from doing so. We have already initiated an anti-predatory larceny initiative. There's a special team operating in the division. We have tasked all the station managers and zone commanders to pay special attention to predatory larceny in their various areas. And so we appeal to persons, if you have lost any items, goats, cows, or any of your crop, to report it to the police station so that we can ensure that we treat with these matters in a very serious and efficient way.
Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is 2 Taurus pistols, along with 3 magazines and 27 rounds of ammunition that were seized by members of the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force on Sunday, September 24 this year. So a team from the Jamaica Anti-Gang Task Force was conducting pursuit operations along a section of Lindros Road in Kingston. It is said that the team of police intercepted a man who had an illegal firearm, which is this firearm presently on your screen. A Taurus 9mm pistol and a magazine containing 15 live 9mm rounds were recovered during that engagement. This seizure led to the conduct of a secondary operation assisted by the St. Andrew North Police Division and Major Investigation Division's MID, which also reaped success of another Taurus 9mm pistol and 2 magazines and 12 9mm rounds were recovered from a location in Grandspen. The identity of the man is being withheld at the time pending the conduct of further investigations and operations. There is currently an ongoing gang rivalry within the Grandspen community, which has led to multiple knockings and clappings resulting in the loss of life of some people, and it has severely affected the livelihood of the law-abiding citizens living in that community. It is also highly likely that the unidentified man detained by the police is involved in the current feud. The Jamaica Anti-Gang Task Force states that it remains resolute in its mission to relentlessly disrupt, degrade, and ultimately dismantle gangs and criminal syndicates island-wide. They also stated that they're appealing to citizens to continue sharing tips on guns, gangs, and wanted criminal elements by calling the Jamaica Anti-Gang Task Force tip line at 876-224-4483 or the JDF tip line at 876-837-8888 or 876-310-4139 or the regular, you don't know, Crime Stop at 311 or your local police at 911 or is it 119, whatever. Anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.